Today is the first day I'm going to be vlogging in public. I want to kind of try this out. It's going to be weird. People always get really curious about what I'm doing. At least that's how I feel like in my head. I'm very conscious holding a camera, so I want to do this for at least like 30 days or make it a daily habit to just talk about whatever. I just came from an Indian restaurant, had some fantastic dosa. Potato dosa, and I had some tea along with it, but I'm gonna make this a habit. Hopefully it sticks. Just not get so riled up by holding a camera in front of my face and talking, but it becomes easier the more you do it. Today was actually a pretty good day, all things considered. It's raining outside, but that's okay. Essentially went to the gym, got all my work done. Well, went to work and got all my work done, I guess. Wasn't really feeling like going to the gym a whole lot, but I was like, fuck it, you know what, really gotta put in the work. So went into the gym at around 3 o'clock, did legs, really heavy squats, around I think 4 sets, pretty heavy. Almost worked my way up to 2 plates. I'm actually pretty impressed that I can keep going for that long. And this is day 2 of my daily vlogging. Having trouble making eye contact, but other than that, it's okay. Walking in front of cars, walking in front of people, trying to make that 1 minute mark. I feel like I am pretty cautious, like I'm looking around and all that. Some people are definitely noticing, but whatever. 1 minute done, down across the road. Just walking down the street, I feel like there are a lot of people around, and I was getting pretty scared vlogging. So I decided to pull out the camera and kind of talk some stuff. I noticed my eye contact is kind of all over the place, but kind of glad I still pulled it out, trying it out, doing it in front of people walking by, and it's not too awkward. I feel like I'm getting to that point where I'm not as fearful of it. I've kind of committed to it, and like things that I've done in the past, once you commit to it and you have a date and time set for everything, it just becomes a lot easier. And then, you know, like the first 20 seconds are a little scary, but yeah, the longer you do it, the longer you're talking to the camera, the easier it gets. So today work was pretty good. I got there early. I had a lot of energy, was saying hi, hello to everyone. I went to the gym, did some chest. Energy was through the roof. Strength's pretty good as well, even though I'm on this vegan diet, which is actually quite interesting. I was expecting my strength not to be all the way up there, but looks like it's still pretty good. And now I'm gonna go home, do my meditation every single day right after work, 4:30 and 5, non-negotiable, and then hopefully make some more videos. One of the best things about where I work is that it's just 4 minutes away. I can wake up, I can just put my clothes on and go across the street and start working. It allows me to work from home as well when I want, but I find that I don't really get a lot of work done. I get too distracted by doing things that I'd be doing at home. So I like having a designated place to work and a designated place to play and do my other things. I think when I don't give myself a chance to not do it, it becomes a lot easier. I just haven't given myself a choice. I'm like, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna grab my camera. The first thing I'm going to do is head out and film a 1 minute vlog like this. So it's first thing in the morning, it's like 7 a.m. You can hear the cars outside, you can hear the people walking. But I think this is me getting over that fear, just not giving myself an excuse. The other thing is, the more I do it, the more I hone in on what the actual problem is. So my problem is not so much just doing it, but actually staring at the camera while I'm doing it, and when other cars are going by, or maybe there are people going by. I'm usually just very, very self-conscious. But I think when you're already in the midst of it and when you're already doing it, just becomes a lot easier to do it. I'm out on the street now, feeling a lot more comfortable. I feel like when I reviewed my footage from previous days, I was looking around a lot. I was very self-conscious. I didn't really want to look into the camera directly, so I feel like if I'm looking directly at the camera, I'm a lot less concerned about the surroundings and all of that. So all in all, it's getting a lot better. And I don't think I'm there yet to the point where I'm not nervous at all. I am getting a little nervous, but the longer I do it for, the easier it becomes. I feel like when I'm crossing the road or crossing the street or something like that, it's only then when I'm a little nervous, but all in all, it's been pretty okay. I'll do this for about 10 more days, or I guess till day 10. Once I'm done with that, then we'll call it a show. But so far, so good. Because I don't drink coffee, because I'm a boring little shit like that. So I'm gonna go there, have some coffee, kind of figure out what the rest of the day looks like. Then we'll do something more. I decided to amp up the stakes a little bit. I came to the beach directly, where else to find more people and more of a public than the beach. I feel like if I don't have something structured to say, or if I just have to turn on the camera and speak for 2 minutes, it's a lot harder. But if I know what I'm going to be talking about for the next while, it becomes a lot easier. It also becomes a lot easier when I'm staring directly at the lens and I don't have to look at other people and pretend like I have to explain what I'm doing here, but it's just a lot easier for me to ignore all of them when I'm staring directly at the lens. Has this become easier? Definitely it has. I think the more you make it a habit, the easier it becomes because it's just routine to you. And yeah, I think 10 days of doing something again and again without giving yourself an excuse was definitely the way to go. You can see I'm kind of holding the camera up high as well. Give you an idea of what's around me, just to show you that it's not completely empty. There are people around. And yeah, every now and then you will have people kind of staring and seeing what you're doing, but for the most part I just come across as a tourist or something, which is very normal for Vancouver. And I think when you're doing something like this, other people get a little bit more curious, or other people get awkward about it more than you would. They kind of just look at you for a second and then they look away, and maybe like they'll be curious. A few people will just come and ask, but for the most part no one really cares. But yeah, I don't think I can get any more comfortable than this. I'm just out in the open. I've been talking in front of people right now for quite a while. I don't really have much to say, but just to get used to doing it. Actually quite beautiful. Yeah, so what I've learned from these 10 days of vlogging in public is it's really scary when you're not used to doing it. It's really scary when you have nothing planned. It's kind of like public speaking, where you're just going to give a speech when you have nothing prepared. If you notice the past few videos where I've been vlogging, my camera used to be here because I didn't want anyone to see that I was too close and all of that. I think the more you actually show people what you're doing, the easier it is. When you're trying to hide it, then it's kind of suspicious, and then you feel like it's kind of suspicious and everyone else kind of feels awkward. But the higher I hold it, the more they know when I'm doing it, the easier it gets. Guys, the truth of the matter is nobody cares about what you're doing. Everyone cares about what they're doing. If you're vlogging in public, they'll just give you a glance and that's it. Get back to their own business. I feel like when we're walking around, we have so much anxiety around what we're doing in our lives, if we look cool, if someone's doing something really embarrassing around you, you'd want to distance yourself from them so you don't feel that anxiety. So I think when you're doing something like vlogging in public, or just doing things that put you in the range of other people, it's all about remembering everyone cares about themselves, which is a good thing, right? And so should you. Like for me, this would have been probably the hardest thing in the world to do a while ago, but I guess when you get used to doing it, it becomes a habit more than anything else. The sun's shining behind me, it's kind of getting annoying. Anyway, so if there's something you're seeing, I hope I'm being transparent. It was very hard for me when I was starting it out, but now, as you can see, there are people around, kind of just holding the camera up high, trying not to be shy. That rhymed. If there's anything I've learned from this experiment, is fix yourself a time and a place and a way you're going to challenge yourself. If you're having a tough time vlogging, or if you're having a tough time public speaking, when are you going to do it? How often are you going to do it? Have those things set in stone, because without a plan you can't tackle it. And especially things where you have to do things in public or in front of other people, it's really easy to remember no one cares about you. Everyone cares about themselves, and that's really the important message. So I'm glad I got over this fear, because now I can vlog in public. I can kind of show you around without being shy, and it gives you just more to see around. It gives you a better background, right? And for me, it's just practice, and I'm hoping this is something that I can get really used to. sometimes people look at me and I feel really judged, but I just make eye contact back with them, and that's as far as it goes. So yeah, this was my vlogging challenge experiment thingy. You've seen the results, you've seen my journey. I hope this gives you some inspiration to go out yourselves and start vlogging. If it does, make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next one. Take care.